Indonesian Tsunami of 2004 by Stephen Poletti.
There were a lot of places affected in the tsunami, but the worst affected place was Indonesia, which was the closest to the earthquake, and they suffered much more damage than the other areas such as Sri Lanka, Maldives Islands, Madagascar, the Seychelles, Kenya, Tanzania, and South Africa. This picture is the result of the tsunami after it hit Banda Aceh. In all the places that were affected, there were many sad deaths of innocent people and tourists. A total of 230,000 to 260,000 people died as a result of the powerful waves that could become the worst tsunami in history. We don't know how many people survived in total, but most of the native survivors were homeless and trying to find help. Some people have crazy stories, like an 8-year-old that got swept away and who searched for 7 years trying to find her family. There were 4 waves that occurred in the tsunami. There were not many people that knew what to do when the earthquake occurred. Some people stayed on the beach instead of running for higher ground. Each of the 4 waves that affected the Indonesian area were very deadly, but there was one that was 80 feet high and caused a lot of damage. All the waves knocked down buildings and took people's lives. The earthquake that occurred 10 minutes before the tsunami was the 3rd largest earthquake ever, at 9.1 on the Richter scale. The earthquake was not far out on land, but not far in the ocean, close to the island of Sumatra. Most items were destroyed in the tsunami, so that left a satellite picture showing no green on the affected area. This picture shown is the damage caused by the tsunami in Banda Aceh. The ground was covered in broken items that were destroyed during the tsunami. Also, it wasn't just broken items. There were also people on the ground that could not take the power of the wave. This picture shows a boy who is holding a picture of the damage caused, but in the background you can see the area is improving and the grass is growing back. Most countries did try to help and pinch in. Surviving in this landscape was very tough.
Most every building in Banda Aceh was knocked to the ground. Not many buildings stood after the tsunamis. Not many buildings stood at all because most of them were damaged and destroyed.
Damage was everywhere, making it very tough to live.
The American Red Cross did of course come to all the places to help. Even armies came in to help people survive to a magnificent tale and keep their lives. Banda Aceh was a city that was wiped out by the horrible tsunami. More than 60% of Banda Aceh was wiped out.
What caused the earthquake was when the Indian plate shifted under the Burma plate. Tsunamis are formed when a fault in the ocean pushes upward and sends the water up with it, creating a new tsunami. It took a mere 15 minutes for the tsunami to reach Banda Aceh. Dart buoys detect tsunamis and send out information and can even track them. But when the 2004 earthquake occurred, the buoys were broken and needed to be rebuilt. Banda Aceh was 18 miles away from the epicenter,